Today we are going to look at StarTeam access rights. We're going to look at the access rights themselves, applying access rights to various users, and then testing this application. To configure access rights for a given project, you first must load the StarTeam client. You then open your project via the Project Open menu, and you log on as the administrator account or a user that has administrative privileges. Once logged into the project, you can access any view at this stage. I've set up a brief file and folder structure here of 4 files across 2 folders. I have also put in place some access rights at the administrative level. As you can see here, I have granted all rights to the administrator at the project, at the view, and at the file level. To explain what this means, I have also created a guest account, and I am now going to attempt to log in using these details. Because I've only assigned rights at the administrative level, the guest account won't actually see the StarTeam access rights project which I have created. This privilege has to be granted. So we go back to the access rights section, and at the project level we will now add the guest account, and we will grant them all of the privileges at this level. We then apply this to ensure that the access rights have been added, and then we OK to close the dialog. If we now go back and log in as the guest user or the guest account, you will see that we now have access to the StarTeam access rights project. We can't, however, log into any of the views because the access is prohibited, because at this stage we have only given project level rights. If we now go back to the access rights, and at the view level we add the guest user, and again we grant the privileges, and we select all of the access rights on the view level. So again we apply and OK. If we now attempt to again log in as the guest user to the access rights project, we can log in and see the project because we added those rights, but we also are now able to see the views within that project, the access rights and the full access view. So that allows us now to log into the actual project and to a view within that project. We can see the file and folder structure that I created. But because we have not yet applied any access rights at a lower view, we won't be actually able to interact with the system itself. So we access the access rights section again under the administrator account, and at the file level we add the guest account, grant the following options. We don't want them to delete, and we don't want them to change access rights or set locks. So we apply and we OK that option. We then go back to our guest user, we log off because, as I mentioned, all access right changes require a log off and a log on again of the user which is affected. So we now log into the project. We can see the project, and we can obviously access the views as we've already tested. But now at this stage we will actually be able to interact with some of the files which are stored under the project. As you can see, we did not grant the right to delete files, and the file remains within the client. We can, however, interact with the system, such as check in, check out. So in today's video, we looked at the StarTeam access rights, the application of access rights, and testing this application.